And they're off and racing. And the slowest to stride there was It's Marvellous, who's just playing catch-up a little bit now. Scenic broke nicely for this British EBF Future Stayers Novice Stakes, over a mile, and Scenic League's Tagabawa the favourite, with Wigmore Street close up there in third. Albany is next to the rail. Working further out then, Redbird is amongst the leading 5 or 6 as well. Dennis Anthony's Greensleeves orange cap, but racing together there with Free Lovin' in the red cap of the two Helena Springfield runners in the middle of the field. On the wide outside, Pledge of Allegiance racing outside of Waipiro. Just behind Dennis Anthony on the inside is Storm Valley, who races together there with the white cap of His Marvellous, who's recovered fairly well. 2 lengths away then to James Bradley in the red and blue sleeves, and Bailey's Calstar is the one that's a little bit taken off his feet as the runners move down the side of the course inside the final 3.5 furlongs. About 8, possibly 10 lengths between first and last as they begin to circle round towards the judge here. Scenic the leader for Safi Osborne. On the outside though, Will Buick goes strongly. Tagabawa probably just getting his head in front now, but Scenic battles and responds. Wigmore Street is coming there to pick up the pieces here for James Doyle. He's just beginning to close down on these two leaders. They've kicked clear, these three now. Tagabawa, Wigmore Street is motoring home down the centre and is in front, approaching the final furlong, and he is scampering clear. Wigmore Street then up by about 3 to 4 lengths, and this son of American Pharaoh is going to make an impressive debut today for James Doyle in the colours of Michael Tabor. And for the Crisford, Scenic may have just got second ahead of Tagabawa, and then 4 or 5 lengths back to a whole clutch of them. Dennis Anthony, Albany ran on nicely, and Waipiro, it's a photo for 4th.
Well, James Doyle joins me now after a very impressive debut performance from Wigmore Street. Can you take me through the race?
Yes, he was pretty good actually. At home he's quite a relaxed character, just only kind of shows enough, but he's definitely stepped forward on the track. Walked around beautifully at the start, broke smartly, got a nice track off William, settled beautifully. He's learnt loads today as well. Obviously we had a runner on our outside, so he was sort of hemmed in between 2 horses, and that should bring him on nicely. He took a little bit of time, we didn't go quick at all, so I was kind of keen to, I thought this trip would certainly be a kind of minimum for him for a starting point, so I was keen to kind of get him on the move before the dash really happened, and he surprised me how well he kind of picked up. Like, his work's been good, but he's certainly turned on the taps today, so he should come forward nicely for it.
Yeah, so clearly a horse you know from home, the son of American Pharaoh, but he's got a lot of speed in his pedigree. You say that this is the minimum trip. What do you think he could develop into?
Yeah, he kind of the thing with him, he's such a relaxed character that it wouldn't surprise me with kind of racing. I don't know quite what his plan is, but it'd be lovely to put him away and let him kind of develop over the winter and see what we've got come the spring. But he's probably a horse that will sharpen up with racing, and at the minute he feels like in time a 10 furlong horse would be ideal.
Okay, well, 1 ride, 1 win, pretty easy job, and looks like you've got Christmas break now. I can't see many rides coming up.
Yeah, no, pretty quiet. Heading to Dubai. I've got a ride over there on Friday for Bupert Seamar, quite a nice horse called Ben Doog, who runs in a 10 furlong listed race, so looking forward to that. And yeah, pretty quiet. A bit of jockey show jumping tonight at Olympia, so yeah, I think that's probably more nerve-wracking than what I'm doing here. So
yeah, well, let's hope you stay on. Good luck. Thank you, James, and happy Christmas.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done.
And off and racing. With 11 furlongs ahead of them for these 2-year-olds, this Ladbrokes EBF Restricted Novice Stakes. Green Machine on racecourse debut, keen to show up in the early stages. Will take them past the judge with a full circuit to go, with the favourite Dragon Ball Prince racing close up on his inside. Then next to the rail, then the orange cap of Innie Lad. Zalicia Fire is right up there, going a bit wider on that bend though. Yellow jacket then of Trojan Spirit. Silla's running green at the back, just not quite taking hold of the the bit just yet. She's in touch now, though, and as they settle down, there's only 3 lengths that cover the half dozen runners. So they're moving across towards and past the mile start now, and Inny Lad showing just ahead in the hands of Thor Hammer Hansen as they move down the back straight from Green Machine on the outside together with Zalicia Fire. Zalicia Fire just reined back a touch there. Then in 4th place, a share of 4th, Trojan Spirit on the outside of Dragon Ball Prince. William Buick is next to the rail in the blue and purple colours. Scylla is still last but well in touch as the runners continue down now towards the final 3/4 of a mile. So continuing down the back straight with Inny Lad on the inside of Green Machine. Wider out and still racing a little freely is Zalicia Fire. Right behind them, poised to challenge there, is Trojan Spirit in the yellow jacket. Likewise on the inner, the favourite Dragon Ball Prince. And then a length and a half away back to Scylla, who's just being warmed up and taught by Rob Hornby as the runners go past the 4 furlong marker. Coming down the side of the course now, Green Machine alongside Inny Lad. Bob of the heads between those two at the moment. Then moving up into 3rd place is Trojan Spirit, followed by Dragon Ball Prince on the inside, being squeezed along now. It's all about stamina here for these youngsters as they turn into the home straight. Just over 2 furlongs left to go now, and he's beginning to wind up. Dragon Ball Prince, William Buick on the inside, but Green Machine is just ahead of him though. And here on the near side is Trojan Spirit. Battling away bravely is Inny Lad. Towards the final furlong they come, and Trojan Spirit is staying on dourly. Green Machine is giving him a good fight though as they race inside the final 100 yards here. Trojan Spirit and Franny Norton from Green Machine, and Trojan Spirit is seeing out the trip really well and goes on to score. Trojan Spirit, Green Machine, tight for 3rd with Scylla running. Quite a nice race there and pressing Dragon Ball Prince. That one's for the judge.
Well, Charlie Johnson has just seen Trojan Spirit put up a nice performance. He clearly stays, taking a bit of time to pull up, and is a nice-looking horse.
Yeah, thankfully he was at Chelmsford on Thursday night along with 6 others of ours, and I think probably the switch to here has helped him the extra furlong than the race was on Thursday night, and half as many runners, probably not quite as deep a contest. And yeah, probably on Thursday night we were going there thinking he's just having a 3rd run for handicaps, but today's contest there was only 1 to beat, and it's not quite run up to form, and he's picked up the pieces. Yeah,
he looks like a horse who'll benefit from further next year as well. You've got quite a lot of these types of horses that I've seen you've unearthed at this time of year, and they're running really nicely.
Yeah, for sure. We introduced a nice 2-year-old to finish 2nd here over the course and distance last week in Star Mood behind Hadrianus, another one of ours who, yeah, very, very pleased with them 2 out of that race. So, yeah, still some, obviously it's been a bit difficult. A lot of our horses that are running here today have been horses that we've been running trying to run over the last 10 days or so. So a few still to get out at this time of year, but no, good for him to get one on the board.
You got a couple more coming out. Kingsley Spirit, is that right? Next.
Kingsley Pride, yeah, in the next, who probably should have won at Chelmsford last time out. He was quite errant in the straight. Cheap pieces going on today to try and straighten him out, and yeah, you don't want to sort of be too certain about his temperament after one performance like that. I think if he applies himself better, then he should take a bit of beating, really.
Yeah, I'm just saying to you, tipping itself seeing you down here, but you're going off on your way to the London Horse Show, which makes it a little bit more interesting. I know that. I just wanted to ask about how the weather has affected you guys, and up north, what it's been like. I know for your team, putting the hard hours into trying to get these horses on the track. How difficult has it been for you guys?
To be fair, the biggest frustrations have been on the track rather than at home. We've had very cold weather at home, but we've kept the wheels turning. The gallop's been open every day. We've been close to business as usual, really. It's on the racecourse that we've had our frustrations, but hopefully that's behind us now when we kick on.
You've got a busy period coming up. I've seen plenty of entries. Keep yourself interesting over the Christmas period.
Yeah, to be fair, a few more at Lingfield on Thursday that have missed opportunities over the last 10 days. Some back-end 2-year-olds still to get runs in, but then yeah, we've got a few to run through the winter, so we'll keep ourselves busy as always.
Well, let's hope you have more success before a nice evening tonight.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Thanks, Charlie.
And they're off and racing for this Ladbrokes Christmas Festival, December 26th and 27th, Nursery Handicap. And the early pace from Look Back Smiling. Kieran Fallon now, the jockey on board, this Gemma Tutty trained contender. Look Back Smiling with a narrow advantage from Kingsley Pride, who moves up into second ahead of the favourite Mighty River, white with a red sash for the champion jockey on the rail. And they're trapped by Cavan Club in the purple and white. And looking on at the rear of the field, Mirabello Bay, Theo Ladd is holding him up, the Chelmsford winner from just 5 weeks ago. Mirabello Bay, about 6 lengths off the speed as they move across down past the mile start, over on the far side of the track now. So Look Back Smiling, stretching out, leads by a couple of lengths then, Kingsley Pride and Mighty River, a neck between them for second and third. And Cavan Club racing on the heels of these in fourth place, with a couple of lengths away to Mirabello Bay, all of them travelling comfortably and moving halfway down the back straight here. Look Back Smiling, who can be keen in his previous races. He seems to be nice and relaxed on the front end here, though, this afternoon at a rain-swept Kempton Park. On the outside in second is Kingsley Pride, Franny Norton and the Johnstons looking for a quick double. And then the champion jockey Will Buick on board Mighty River on the inside as they move down towards the final half mile of the contest. Cavan Club and Rab Havlin going nicely in fourth. And then looking on still and just shaken up briefly there is Mirabello Bay. Still in touch, however, as they come down towards the entrance to the home straight. 3 furlongs to take when they do that. And Look Back Smiling still taking them to that point. On the outside is Kingsley Pride, poised to challenge Mighty Rivers, being just stoked up now by Will on the inner. On the outside, Cavan Club there, the cheek pieces coming there with a threatening looking run. And then behind the Mirabello Bay, who's keeping on but a bit outpaced. Now there's almost 4 in a line here as they come up to the final furlong. On the outside here, it's Cavan Club. It's though Kingsley Pride who's veering off a straight line as he did at Chelmsford last time out, then throwing away valuable ground. And Cavan Club seizes the moment and comes home to win. Cavan Club beats Kingsley Pride, who's still got those steering difficulties. Back in third, Mighty River, and they were clear of the other two.
And quite a messy race at the end. Can you just take us through it?
Yeah, look, you look at his previous runs, he's looked a little bit errant in the closing stages, hence why they've reached for the cheek pieces today. And he was just ducking left and right when he got there, and he's proven a little bit hard for me to steer. But look, he's obviously got the ability there and hit the line quite strong at the end.
Yeah, he was stepping up in trip. As I said, he's clearly a big type, and he's bred to want more of a distance. So would you say that back to Marco?
Yeah, look, I think, you know, mile and 3, mile and a half. The pace was quite muddling today. We seemed to set off okay, and then mid-race we got slower and slower, and there was a little bit of a dash the last 2, but look, he's applied himself a little bit better today and he's got the job done. Yeah, you stayed out of the trouble. Did you see a bit more bumping in and around you? Because we saw quite a good bit. We haven't seen the head on yet. No, I heard somebody going oi behind, but I couldn't really see where I was then, so I was in front. So I was just trying to kind of keep him straight as best as possible. He was trying to go left and right. Yeah, well, very errant, but he got the job done, so well done, Rob. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
And racing. Requerdame just a little bit slow to break stride here as they race over a mile for this Ladbrokes Handicap Class 6. Keenly contested affair that it is as well. And Zealot emerges as the front runner, sent into the lead then by Will Buick, and is up already by a length on Oa Starlight. Paddy Kay, also in black and orange, is racing close up on the rail in third. Then on the outside, Sunset in Paris in the blue jacket has got a good position amongst the leading 5 or 6 with Deeks Delight on that one's outside. Then on the rail then is Dorado. Just behind these leaders then, Good Humour in the purple jacket settling in behind Sunset in Paris. Alongside Approach the City, who's next to the rail in the red and blue stripes. Then Adace in the red and white striped sleeves. Requeur de May is next. The two at the back, Measured Moments and Rufel in the orange cap brings up the rear in what looks to be a pretty honestly run race as they go past the halfway point. 10 lengths between first and last, you'd reckon, as they come round towards the home straight. Zealot, who was touched off on Friday at Southwell, bidding to go one better, turns them into the home straight here, leading from Oa Starlight and Paddy K up the inside. Running around behind them, Deeks Delight, who's now shaken up. Dorado in the green and pink next, then Approach the City. They got just over 2 furlongs to run, and Zealot, he's not messing about here today. He's kicked again and has opened up a lead of about 3 to 4 lengths now. Oa Starlight coming out of the pack, but nothing's getting going to get to land a glove on Zealot here, who is coming home here in splendid isolation. William Buick's had a frustrating afternoon so far, but he's got this one in the bag on Zealot. Goes on to win well for the Mick Appleby team with the horse watchers. Rufel got up for second, Oa Starlight, then Approach the City, and the running on Measured Moments.
William Buick joins you now. A very impressive performance. Can you go through the race? It doesn't look like much was ever going to challenge you.
No, you know, I look beforehand and he likes to use his stride, and he's won from the front here before, so he had a draw to do it. And he put himself there, and he was always in control.
Yeah, you've probably seen him last time, probably just hit a flat spot. Those cheap pieces must have helped him.
They sharpened him up exactly, and he picked up well when I asked him to.
Yeah, bit of a frustrating afternoon, but nice when you have winners like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well done, William. Thank you very much.
And they're off and racing for this Class 5 Ladbrokes Fan Zone Handicap. It's over a mile. They're moving down the back straight with Covert Mission taken on by Brains on the inside in the green and white check. And then right behind them on the inside is Exciting News, Lost in Time on the outer between them. And then wider out then Havana Gold Rush, and right in that group as well, pulling hard is Morkeb. At this stage, Faithful Spirit in the blue and pink is last, settling well enough, but it's about 4 lengths off the pace as they move down the far side with on the inside Brains and Grace McEntee, taken on by Covert Mission and Danny Muscat, moved in second place. Then up the inside, then on the rail there, that's Exciting News for William Buick. Fourth place then is Havana Gold Rush, just alongside there Morkeb, and 2 lengths back then to the last two, Lost in Time in the yellow at the back of the field, together with on the inside there Faithful Spirit in the first time cheap pieces today. So all to play for then as they straighten up for the judge here. 3 furlongs left to run. Brains out in front as dictated so far, going for his 4th course win here at Kempton. Covert Mission likewise going for win number 4 here, is coming under a bit of a drive. Brains is picking up the tempo for Grace McEntee and has gone up by about 4 or 5 lengths maybe. Morkeb emerging now to try and chase down this leader up towards the final furlong. Brains being held together by Grace, still 4 lengths to the good over in second place Morkeb, and then Faithful Spirit, but Brains is way too good for them. Outclasses them in the end today. 4th win for Brains at Kempton for John Butler and Grace McEntee. Morkeb second, Faithful Spirit, and then Covert Mission.
Grace with me, satisfying winner. I mean, considering the unlucky passage he had last time. Great to see it click into place for him today.
Yeah, definitely, and I think Wolverhampton's probably not the track to suit him. As you can see, he's a big horse, and a tight track like that probably doesn't quite suit him with a short running. So KEMPTON, he obviously likes it. He's a previous course and distance winner, so we were confident today if things fell right, like he'd be there. And to be fair, he made hard work of it, to be honest. It might not look like it, but he was paddling the last furlong, but I mean, he's probably run a little bit slow out there, which makes it a bit tougher, and then that headwind down the back straight is very strong, so probably helped him in the straight, but not down the back straight. But no, I'm delighted for the owner, Lee Power, and Johnny Butler to get a winner for them.
Yeah, the blinkers were back on this afternoon as well. Do you think that's really helped him too?
Yeah, definitely. I just felt the last day he doesn't quite concentrate as much. And I think the blinkers just make him just stick his head out and concentrate on the job a little bit better. So I think that's probably what's made the making of him today.
He's in on Thursday. Do you think he may as well go and back it up after such a facile success?
Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure he's definitely going to get in because I think it's 70. He's off 71. So obviously today was an extra meeting, so it meant there wasn't as many entries. And I mean, if he gets in, I'm sure he might go again and back it up because he'll probably get a bit of a hit by the handicapper after that. So if you could get in, I think you'd have to go again.
Oh, well, brilliant. Well, job well done after a few frustrating runs with him. Well done, Grace.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And off and racing. A little bit, well, reined back, in fact, leaving the stalls there. Broughton's Mission in the pink blinkers, orange jacket, but they moved through the first furlong for this Ladbrokes handicap over 1 mile and 3 furlongs. Division 1 of this Class 6 contest. Long time coming, comes through on the outside of First Snowfall and Drill to Dream. These three disputing it. The next wave of 3 on the inside, Bond Spirit of Miss Elsa, and Uther Pendragon in the blue hoop jacket on the outside there is disputing 4th place with them. Right behind them, Umsu came in the pale blue and yellow jacket with on the inside the purple and yellow Cable Mountain as they complete their first 3 furlongs, heading down the back straight. Then there's a break of just over a length then to Nick Vedder, who's a couple of lengths ahead there of Broughton's Mission, who was reined back by Stefano Kirky as soon as the gates opened today. And they move on down the back straight at what looks to be quite a decent tempo here, with long time coming. The filly and Rab Havlin leading them down the far side of the course inside the final 6.5 furlongs or so. Close up behind is Drill to Dream. Danny Muscat in the orange with the white spots. Wider then we've got First Snowfall and Taylor Fisher. Miss Elsa in the maroon and green jacket. Rob Hornby on the inside. In the sheepskin noseband is close up in 4th on the rail. Wider out now the improving Broughton's Mission, who's made up a heck of a lot of ground in a short space of time to flank Uther Pendragon. Bond Spirit in the pink jacket is next as they move down the far turn, which brings them down the last 4 furlongs of the contest. Umsu Kame has only got on the inside Cable Mountain and finding Nick Vedder behind him as they come round towards the home straight now. 3 furlongs then still to go here. And it's Drill to Dream and Danny Muscat who take over. But First Snowfall is being wound up to challenge and draws to within about a length behind on the inside there. On the outside, Uther Pendragon, the cheek pieces. He's found the winning habit recently. Can he find it again here today? Got to go some, though, to catch Drill to Dream. Here comes Uther Pendragon. Not the easiest ride by the looks of things, but he's beginning to eat up into that advantage and takes over. Uther Pendragon in front inside the final furlong from Drill to Dream, who's rallying gamely, but Uther Pendragon knows how to win now. It's a hat-trick. Goes on to win for Jordan Williams and Stanmore. Drill to Dream was 2nd, Bond Spirit 3rd, and then First Snowfall in 4th.
Well done, Jordan. You're in good form. The horse is in good form. 3 from 3. He doesn't look the easiest, though.
No, Stan said just try not to hit the front too soon because he will pull up underneath you. I've just got to the leader a furlong out and he's ground out to the line and he's just looking after himself, I think.
Yeah, he looks like a horse that, you know, you just need to keep interested a little bit. But he had a good target to aim at, which helped.
Yeah, the second horse fled all the way. And yeah, I just had a good, easy lead off him and was in the position I wanted to be all the way around, and then he's gone to win his race. Nice.
Yeah, this is your 4th win this month, I see, so
Yeah.
a good run of things.
Yeah, I'm in good form, yeah, thanks to the trainers I'm riding for and my agent, Russ James. So big thanks to them.
Yeah, busy Christmas?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, well, a nice win ahead this afternoon. Well
Thank
done.
you, thank you.
Ready for the final time today. And off and racing for this 11 furlong Ladbroke sponsored handicap class 6 event, Division 2. Damascus Finish is out in front in the early part of the contest, taken on by Tinshu on the outside. They're not taking any quarter, going towards that first bend. Just reined back in 3rd place there is Debbie's Choice, black with the red diamond, Thorhammer Hansen as they race away from us. Then comes Dark Icon, who's on the outside of Makia. Hot Day in the white with the red spots is just racing in the rear quarter of the field, with on the inside Amarigi, Chao Adios in that bunch as well. So too is Tor Thief, who's just about disputing last with Simply Sin as they race away down the back straight then. And they're beginning to approach the final 7 furlongs of the contest here. Bit of a battle for the lead as they continue down the far side, with Damascus Finish on the inside with the maroon jacket on the outside of Tinshu. Not much to choose between them at all, actually. Just behind them in 3rd place, Debbie's Choice on the outside of Makia. And then comes Amarigi's Pink Sleeves on the inside. The cheap piece runner Hot Day, Taylor Fisher on the outside, travelling nicely on the flank there of Debbie's Choice. And they're followed by Dark Icon. Amarigi's being driven along now on that far turn. Still a bit of work on at this stage then for Chao Adios, who's making up a little bit of ground on the outside of these. Towards the back still Simply Sin, together with Tor Thief, who continues to travel okay, but still locked away in last place. They're moving down towards the turn in towards the home straight, and there's about 10 lengths separating them as they pass the 3 furlong marker. So, Damascus Finish and David Probert. Can he finally lose that maiden tag? He's up by about half a length or so. Tinshu, another one who's bidding to win for the first time. Can it be either one of these two, perhaps, or will they get swallowed up by something else behind them? Certainly, Hot Day is beginning to motor on, and so too is Tor Thief, who's being produced with a sustained run down the outside. A furlong left to go. Tor Thief strikes the front. Simply Sin running on nicely on the inside. Simply Sin finishing off the best, and Simply Sin is drawing clear in the closing stages to go and take it. Wins by about 3 lengths. Tight for second with Tor Thief and Chao Adios, who's running on late, with Hot Day right behind them.